It was a morning when no one could sleep on Centerville Station. Already at 4 o'clock, Samuel was up and messing about. He polished the uniform, waxed the mustaches and brought out a lot of weird things from the closet. Searched for a long time and selected arm, leg and knee pads, and a big hockey helmet. He then put all the stuff on the outside of the uniform. Except for the hockey helmet. He put it on his head and put the station master's hat on top. Finally, he pulled on a pair of huge goalkeeper gloves. He looked quite strange, but he wasn't alone in doing that. Out in the waiting room was another moving figure. A pretty round figure in white short dress, bow hair and with a pink parasol to top it off. It was Susanna. On the floor was a straight rope. Extremely carefully she tried to walk on it, however the feet were not really with her. Samuel stood for a long time staring at her.
"What are you doing, woman? Are you walking the rope? In the middle of the morning? What use would that be?"
At first Susanna didn't look at him. She walked resolutely the whole line out. Slipped off several times but didn't give up. When she was done, she came up to Samuel and gave him a resounding slap in the face.
"It was your fault. If you hadn't disturbed me, I would have managed the whole line. You will just destroy everything."
She stopped suddenly.
"But yourself then? The way you look. Do you play the clown?"
And then she burst into a high-sounding laugh and patted him on the cheek.
"I'm sorry about the slap. But it's not easy to walk the line when you get disturbed. Now that the circus is coming, I thought."
"What did you think, Susanna?"
"Well, that maybe I could have a small chance to be discovered as a tightrope dancer. It has been my dream ever since I was so small that I had to crawl on the rope. What about you? Are you really taking a chance at becoming a clown?"
"My dressing up is nothing to joke about, Susanna. I have been involved in receiving circuses before. If you ever have tried to unload a whole railway carriage full of tigers, you dress accordingly. And bears can be quite tough too."
Far, far away, the first shrill signal from a train was heard.
"The circus, it's coming early this year. We have to wake up Sonny. Remember, we are the ones to unload every carriage. Without Sonny, we can't do it."
Susanna looked a little lost in her pink clothes and the parasol.
"But please, can't I show the circus director what I can do? Before we start unloading? Just a little?
"Nope. Maybe later. But circuses usually have lots of rope dancers. It's just crowded of them. There aren't enough ropes to half of them."
This morning Sonny wasn't as alert as usual. He lay tightening screws in his sleep. Both the top and bottom sheets were twisted as long corkscrews.
"What's it about? Let me sleep."
"The circus, Sonny. You have to get up. It's here now. Come on."
"I'm coming."
Like a sleepwalker, Sonny got out of bed. Samuel and Susanna hurried out onto the platform to receive the train. It was a long train. Infinitely long, it seemed. Like a giant snake from afar, exciting areas. Strange sounds pushed out of the colorful carriages. It roared and trumpeted, growled and milled. Hummed, grunted and whined. From the windows of the cars, strange faces stuck out. Yellow and red, black and white. Long beard and short beard, pointed beard and round beard. It was all like a dream. It felt as if the jungle itself had conquered Centerville. The train stopped with a jerk. Strange people got out of the carriages. Foreign languages were mixed with the snowflakes. A tall, dark man with high hat on his head came forward and bowed. It was the circus director Stromboli himself.
Beautiful morning, very beautiful good morning. You gather all the animals in the waiting room, yes? We promenade out, get coffee during time, yes, yes?
Please, Mr. Circus Director. Kind Circus Director. I would so like to show, I may know an act you might be interested in.
The circus director looked with utter surprised eyes on her. Samuel tried in vain to stop her but didn't succeed at all. She had already put down one foot on the thorn-strewn path of art.
I can dance on a rope. Look, Mr. Director, just look. Is there anyone in the whole circus who dances on a rope like me?
With bent knees, she staggered out on the rope that lay stretched out on the floor. But this time it went even worse than before. She was nervous and her feet slipped as if the rope had been a single long banana peel. Finally she fell over with a very heavy thump. It hurt and she had great tears in her eyes as she got up again.
Well, I may not be in the very best shape, but I can be that before the premiere. Well?
The director bowed distantly.
Thousand thank you, gracious wife, but I have clowns already full of in the circus. Another time, maybe. Thousand thank.
And he disappeared as the head of his entire army of strange, unusual people.
Riff-raff. Calling me a clown. Yes, they'll be the one to be sorry. They don't know what they've lost out on.
The wagons used to be unloaded from the front. The first contained the elephants. It was calm, kind animals, who never quarreled. They politely lurched into the waiting room and trumpeted politely when Susanna invited them on buns. They didn't drink coffee, but gladly took some soda. They swallowed the soda bottles whole, and then it sounded so funny in their stomachs when the capsules opened. The elephants had a calming influence as well on the other animals. The next carriage looked like a church and had a tower at each end. It was the giraffe carriage. The giraffes were even kinder than the elephants, but had some discomfort with its long necks. When they walked in through the door to the waiting room, Samuel had to hang around their necks one by one, so they could bend sufficiently. But then the trouble began. The tigers were angry. They were much worse than the lions and had a morning mood, which was much more intense than both Samuel and Susanna together in their worst moments. They growled and hissed and didn't want to leave their wagons at all. Susanna tried hot dogs.
Kitty, kitty,
she said and stuck a bouquet really lovely sausages through a crack in the wagon door. But the tigers were not in the sausage mood at all. Susanna got them back torn and broken.
Ungrateful animals. What do we do now? You, Samuel, who has mattresses both front and back, you can go in and pick them up.
No, I do not think. Not right now. Feeling not really fitting,
he said, and you heard how his knees shook like castanets under the knee pads.